though you may think that $78 is not a lot of money to you, but from where I'm sitting, we are getting paid in dollars. So if I say $78, say maybe multiplied by 14, which is basically the rand now, I basically made about 1.1 grand in that 1 week, or in that space of 5 days. Welcome to another episode of Mbali Talks with me, Mbali, your platform for all things business, fashion, and lifestyle. In today's video, I want to share with you how I was actually able to make close to $100 in 1 week, basically in 5 days even, by just using a simple platform called Revver.com. If you're new to our channel, please do join our community by hitting that subscribe button below, because trust me, honey, you don't want to miss out on any of the content that happens here. And if you've been with us since day one, thank you so very much for coming back. You guys are the reason this channel stays alive, so thank you so very much for that. To get right straight into the video, I just want to say that Revver.com is actually one of the platforms that I spoke about in a previous video, where I was sharing with you a couple of websites that can actually pay you real money, especially in dollars when you're all the way in South Africa, because these are platforms that actually hire globally. The video is right up there, so you can maybe start there so that you can sort of get an understanding of what Revver.com is. Just to bring you up to speed in case you missed out on the first video, Revver.com is an online transcription platform whereby individuals and companies submit their audio and video content so that you and I can turn that content into text. That very same content is content that gets to be shared amongst different people around the globe, which is why the different individuals and companies actually need that text to be transcribed so that anyone who's watching from anywhere in the world can be able to understand what they're trying to say on that particular content. Your job as a Revver is to be able to take that information, type it out using the platform, and voila, you are making $100 just like I did within 5 days. What I like about Revver.com is that it actually makes a good side hustle, in the sense that it requires zero capital for you to be able to start. And a lot of the equipment that you need, in fact all the equipment that you need to be able to work on the platform and make it work for you, is stuff that you already have. A good laptop, a good pair of headphones, as well as a running Wi-Fi, because all of your work is going to be done online, including submission, including typing, including transcribing. So those are the only 3 things that you get to need. And like I said, these are things you probably already have in your house, you use every day, but you're just not using them to make money for yourself. And that's what I want to help you to do today. You may be asking yourself how you can actually get started on Revver.com, and trust me, honey, it is so simple. Like seriously, in the previous video when I explained the different websites that you can actually use to make money, I mentioned one of the websites that are actually similar to Revver.com called Transcribe Me. And unfortunately, Transcribe Me takes a bit more effort for you to be able to get onto the platform than it does on Revver.com, which is why personally I feel like I would be recommending Revver.com better than Transcribe Me. And recently I actually got an email from somebody who had actually watched the video on how you can actually make money online, and she said unfortunately she had failed the Rev test. However, she was willing to go through the Transcribe Me process, even though it is a bit more difficult. So if you are able to start on Revver.com and get through the platform and take all the tips I'm about to give you, then trust me, honey, you are in a way better situation, because you will not have to go through that Transcribe Me booklet that they want you to go through before you can actually take the test. So getting accredited on Revver.com is actually very simple. All you have to do is go to www.revver.com/freelancers. When you get there, you're going to find a tab similar to this one, where they ask you for your personal information as the first step for you to be able to get onto the platform. They ask for your name, your surname, your email. They will also ask you about a bit of experience that you might have, maybe a field of study that you've actually taken. And even though you might find that none of the studies that you've actually done or the qualification that you have has anything to do with teaching or typing or whatever, you are still going to be eligible to be able to work on the platform. Once you've registered your account on Revver.com, the platform is going to send you a confirmation email. I think you guys have seen these emails where once you've registered on an online platform, they send you a verification email for you to be able to obviously verify the email as being yours. Not only that, they will require you to have a PayPal account, because that's how Rev pays. The platform actually pays every first Monday of the week, so that's how you're actually going to get paid, but through your PayPal account. The platform actually says that they do not charge you for your PayPal withdrawals, so whatever money that you've made on Revver.com entirely becomes yours, and PayPal itself does not take any bit of that money, because obviously it's money that you earned. Once you've verified your account on Revver.com, they take you through a training process. It's a very short process where they give you ideas and a style guide on how you can actually transcribe their information using the platform. They then require you to take a transcription test after you've gone through that style guide, just to make sure that you've actually understood how you're supposed to do it. And to be quite honest, I think after the day I had actually applied for my account, it literally probably took me a couple of days before they actually confirmed my account to say now I'm able to be on the platform, I'm able to work on the platform, before I could actually take the test. The test on its own probably took me about 5 minutes, guys. Like, I'm not even kidding. It took me about 5 minutes for me to be able to understand the style guide, how to edit, because they take you through that tutorial using an actual transcription that's happening. And then they give you another tutorial for you to be able to complete. Once you've passed their tutorial test using their style guide, you're pretty much almost there and ready to go. So the platform has 3 levels: a Rookie, a Revver, and a Revver Plus. I'm currently on Revver, and to be quite honest, having to move from Rookie to Revver literally probably took me a day, and obviously it requires you to be able to have done a couple of the work that is on the platform. Grading on the platform is done in 2 ways. They grade you for how you're formatting, and then they grade you for accuracy based on what you heard on that content, to be able to show how accurate you are in the typing of what the people were saying. These points are graded out of 5. So the better you're able to get to 5 sooner, and the more minutes that you've transcribed, the quicker it will be for you to move from the Rookie level to the Revver level. One of the things I actually liked when I was starting out as a rookie is that there were, I think, about 2 trainings on the platform which were basically from the platform itself, and they were still paying you $1 for you to be able to just take the training. And what I liked about the training was that it was literally a 2-minute training, so you're basically getting paid $1 for you to be able to do a training so that you can get better and move up to a higher level that's going to pay you more. As earlier mentioned, I'm currently on the Revver platform, or on the Revver level, and I'm actually aspiring to go all the way to Revver Plus, because I know that when you're on Revver Plus, you do get a $5 commission for all the work that you've completed at the end of the week. Not only that, you get an extra $20 for all the work that you submit in a short space of time, or for rush work, which is what they call it. Rush work that you do in a short space of time and be able to submit it to the platform on time before anyone else was able to do it. The next part that we're going to move on to is how you can actually decide on the types of projects that you're going to pick on the platform for you to be able to make money. And when you get on the platform, you're going to see that some of the jobs actually range from 30 cents per minute, 40 cents per minute. They go all the way up. I think recently I actually saw a project that has 70 cents per minute. And if that project is actually paying you 70 cents per minute, and then they're saying the project is an hour long, you can do the calculations yourself, guys. 60 minutes times 70 cents, you're probably looking at almost getting paid about $40 or $43 for that particular project. However, what I noted is that in order for you to try and reduce the amount of times that you're going to make mistakes and get graded for those mistakes, is for you to start out doing small or shorter jobs on the platform. Not only that, but one of the tricks that I actually use on the platform is to be able to only pick the line projects. Line projects are actually projects that when they come onto the platform, the rev.com team actually reviews them first before they put them on the platform as jobs that you can actually do. This basically means the project already comes with a bit of a transcription based on what the rev.com team thinks they heard on the video, but then they require you to be able to do your part by transcribing it based on what you heard in terms of how clear that audio is on the work that they've already done. What I also like about the platform is that once you've chosen a line project, you're going to realize that the project actually comes with a bit of a grade. This basically means that the rev team grades the project based on how clear the audio content is. So they range anything between 10 to 20%, maybe even 40 to 50%. Sometimes it goes all the way to 81 to 90% of clear audio. Personally, I tend to go for the projects that go between 71 to 80 or 81 to 90, because I just feel like the audio there is quite clear. It means I'll probably be able to hear clearly what the people are saying on the audio, so that I can actually transcribe something that will get me a 5 out of 5 rating when it comes to my work being graded. Obviously, a better rating on the platform means that you get to move up quicker on the levels, like I said, and also it just stops you from being penalized on the platform and having your account closed. Because unfortunately, if you don't do a good job, or if you continuously get graded bad, like maybe you get a 3 out of 5, or you keep getting 4s out of 5, at some point the platform is going to want to discontinue your account, because they feel like it means you must not be able to transcribe properly. And if I'm being honest with you guys, this platform has actually really appealed to the nerd side of me, because believe it or not, I used to be an A student, and which means I spent a lot of my time reading and writing different things. Like literally, reading is one of my hobbies, guys. So this platform actually appealed to that side of me, because as you're going through the audio or the video content, you realize that these people are actually talking about companies that actually exist in the real world, of issues that are actually happening now, you know. And even though I'm not allowed to talk about the types of content that is on the platform, I can say that it's stuff that gets you excited in the sense that you're literally researching so that you can understand what they're talking about. You're literally researching the names of the people that are being mentioned even in that content. And yes, everything is legal. It's not like it's a shady platform where they're talking about people when they're not supposed to be. It's just that it actually talks about things and people and companies that exist now. So that for me is very exciting. If you're somebody who likes research, somebody who likes writing, you are definitely going to enjoy Rookie.com, and it's actually a platform that I would advise you to go on if you're trying to make a bit of extra buck just like me in a short space of time. And now the part that I know we've all been waiting for is how I actually managed to make $100 in a space of 5 days. So like I mentioned before, all of the projects come with a certain amount that you're going to get paid depending on how long that project is and depending on how long per minute transcription of that project actually is. My trick for it was to be able to choose the jobs that are a bit shorter, which basically means if I chose a job that is 2 minutes long, I'm probably going to take 10 to 15 minutes for me to be able to conclude that job. And even though a particular job like that could easily be paying you maybe $1.7 or even $2.5, which seems like little, but if you're able to do all those jobs in a short space of time, or maybe spend an hour doing all those short jobs, it means in a space of an hour, you could have easily made all the way up to $20. And remember guys, I only am able to do this only when I have my spare time, because it's not a job that I can sit for every day in my house because of all the other businesses that I actually run. But even with that said, in the short space of time, in the few hours that I dedicated myself into doing that work, I was actually able to go make all the way up to $78 by the end of that week. And even though you may think that $78 is not a lot of money to you, but from where I'm sitting, we are getting paid in dollars. So if I say $78, say maybe multiplied by 14, which is basically the rand now, I basically made about 1.1 grand in that 1 week or in that space of 5 days. So can you imagine a situation where if you are somebody who doesn't have a job, you're sitting at home, or you're a student and you're feeling like, you know what, because you're learning from home, you have a bit of extra time throughout the whole day to be able to transcribe, and you decided to dedicate at least maybe 4 hours a day, per day, from Monday all the way to Saturday, for you to be able to transcribe, you would possibly easily make 3,000 to 4,000 rand per week because of all the transcription jobs that you'd be able to put in that space of time. And like I said, the platform requires you to have a PayPal account so that they can pay you into, and they actually pay every Monday. So basically every Monday you could easily be getting paid 3,000 rand in rands, guys. Like I know it sounds redundant, but it also sounds impossible when you think about it in the real world, that who is going to be paying you 3,000 rand a week with no qualification, with no capital that you've invested? It's insane. And obviously in a space of a month you can literally easily make 12,000 rand by the end of the month. So why would you not take on a platform like Rookie.com in order for you to be able to just create a side hustle, or even create an actual income for those people who have nothing else to do, or those people who are currently unemployed? And even if you just recently took a pay cut and you feel like you would be able to supplement your budget by being able to do that online. On top of that, we are not really going anywhere, guys. Most of the time we're spending indoors, so this is definitely a great platform for you, again, to be able to make a bit of extra money. Even if, just like me, you're on the platform because you're trying to make money so that you can keep going on holiday every other couple of months, it's definitely a platform that I would recommend, even if you're just trying to make an extra buck. So I hope you've made it to the end of this video so that you can learn how I was able to make close to $100 in a space of 5 days. And like I said, if you can sit on the platform for at least 3 to 4 hours a day, dedicating yourself 6 days a week, because they pay every Monday, you can easily make 12,000 rands for yourself. So it's definitely a platform that I would recommend. If you've made it to the end of the video, I do hope that you've decided to join our community if you're not already part of it, by hitting that subscribe button below. And also, whether you are in our community or not, please do remember to hit the like button, because it works really well for my YouTube algorithm, guys, so that our channel keeps popping up in front of other people, so that our community can grow. And also, please don't forget to turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on any of the content that happens on the channel here, honey. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to see you on the next video. Cheers.